everybody once again. So we are in our second module. This is our 11th class. In the previous class, we saw what is velocity and acceleration of a fluid flow and what is continuity equation. So in the previous class, we saw the continuity equation as that is the continuity equation in 2 and 3 dimension. So the continuity equation was given as dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. That means the velocity components with respect to the corresponding directions is equal to 0. This is called the continuity equation. Then we saw the expressions or the components of a velocity and acceleration, and we saw one problem on velocity and acceleration. Today we are moving to our second problem on velocity and acceleration. So the problem is two cases are given. Okay, so the problem is the following cases represent the two velocity components. So two velocity components are given, u and v. We know the velocity components means u, v and w. So capital V is the total velocity. So the velocity components, this velocity resolving into u, v and y direction, we have velocity components as u, v and w. Among u, v and w, see two velocity components are given. First case u and v is given. Second case v and w is given. Okay, second case v and w is given. That is, in the first case, velocity component in x direction and velocity component in y direction is given. In the second case, velocity component in y direction and velocity component in z direction is given. Okay, we will read the question. So the following cases represents the two velocity components. Determine the third velocity component. So the first case, we need to find what is w, the third velocity component, and for the second case, we need to find v. Sorry, not v, it is u. Second case, we need to find u, such that they satisfy the continuity equation. So both the equations, both the cases satisfies the continuity equation. We know the continuity equation is dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. So these are the things given in our problem. So now, in order to solve, we will take case 1. So what is case 1? So case 1, the given things are u equal to x square plus y square plus z square and v equal to xy square minus yz square plus xy. So from this, and one important thing given is these satisfy the continuity equations. That means dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. Now, from the u and v, we can find what is dou u by dou x. So, what is dou u by dou x? So, differentiating with respect to x square, we get from this equation, we get dou u by dou x is equal to 2x. Similarly, dou v by dou y is equal to x is constant here, so 2xy. 2xy minus z square, here also we have y, so it is plus x. So now we will substitute this in the continuity equation. So this can be our continuity equation. We will take it as equation number 1. So our equation number 1 implies dou u by dou x, that is 2x plus dou v by dou y plus 2xy minus z square plus z plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. Okay, now from this we will try to find what is w. That is what we need to find. So, it is dou w by dou z is equal to minus 2x minus 2xy plus z square. So what we get is dou w is equal to minus 2x minus 2xy plus z square into dou z. So integrating on both sides, we can integrate this on both sides. So while you are integrating, we will put integration of dou w is equal to integration of minus 2x minus 2xy plus z square into dx. So what we get is, while integrating, w is equal to, we are integrating with respect to z. So it is minus 2xz minus 2xyz plus z cube by 3 plus our constant of integration. And this constant of integration, listen, this constant of integration, since we are integrating with respect to z, this constant of integration will be a function of x and y, not z. Okay. So I repeat, see, since we are integrating with respect to z, our constant of integration will be a function of x and y, and it cannot be a function of z. So what we get is w is equal to minus 2xz minus 2xyz plus z cube by 3 plus this constant of integration will be a function of x and y. So this is your required answer. So we have determined our third velocity component w. Similarly, we'll move on to our second case. See, for the second case, v and w is given. So v is given as 2y square and w is given as 2xyz, and it also satisfies the continuity equation. So similarly, we will find case 2. So for case 2, v is equal to 2y square. V is given as 2y square. W is given as 2xyz, and it satisfies the continuity equation, that is dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. We will take this as equation number 1. So from v is equal to 2y square, we get dou v by, this is the velocity component in y direction. So dou v by dou y, this, okay, dou v by dou y is equal to 4y. And dou w by dou z, this component, dou w by dou z is equal to 2xy. Now, so our equation number 1 implies dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y is 4y. So 4y plus dou w by dou z is 2xy is equal to 0. So which implies dou u by dou x is equal to minus 4xy minus 2xy. So we will integrate this on both sides. We get, on integrating, we get integration of dou u by dou x is equal to, so on integrating, we get integration of dou u is equal to integration of minus 4xy minus 2xy into dou x. So from which we get u is equal to integrating with respect to x. So we get minus is there any mistake? This is not 4xy, this is, see, this is 4y. Okay, now we get minus 4xy minus 2y into x square by 2 plus constant of integration. So now this constant of integration We are integrating with respect to x. So this constant of integration will be a function of y and z. It cannot be a function of x. So what we get is u is equal to minus 4xy minus 2x square x square y plus constant of integration. It is a function of y and z. So it is f of y comma z. So this is our required answer. Okay. Now we will move on to our third problem. So third problem is a fluid flow field is given by. So flow field is given. Flow field is given. So this flow field, the velocity in a flow field, the total velocity in a flow field is given by v is equal to x square y into I vector plus y square z into j vector minus 2xyz plus yz square into k vector. That means this is your u, that is x square y is your u, y square z is our v, small v, and minus 2xyz minus yz square is our w. Now, we need to prove that it is a case of possible steady incompressible flow. So, in order to prove it is a steady incompressible flow, see, if we want to prove it is a steady incompressible flow, we need to prove it satisfies the continuity equation, that is dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. If we can prove this condition of continuity equation, if we prove this satisfy the continuity equation, that means it is a possible case of fluid flow. Steady incompressible fluid flow, because for a steady incompressible fluid flow, the flow should satisfy the continuity equation. Now calculate the velocity and acceleration at the points 2, 1, 3. So we need to find three things. First is we need to prove it satisfies the continuity equation so that it can be a case of possible steady incompressible fluid flow. Second, we need to calculate the velocity at the point 2, 1, 3, and third we need to find the accelerations at the point 2, 1, 3. Okay. Now we will move on to our problem. So our the given thing is, it is given as v is equal to x square y into I plus y square z into j minus 2xyz plus yz square into k. So from which we know u is equal to x square y, which implies dou u by dou x is equal to 2xy. Now, v is equal to y square z, from which dou v by dou y is equal to 2yz. W is equal to minus 2xyz minus yz square, from which dou w by dou z is equal to minus 2xy minus 2yz. So we will add all these. So our continuity equation. So in order to prove our continuity equation is dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. So substituting we get 2xy plus 2yz minus 2xy minus 2yz. This is equal to 0, which means, okay, so which means this we can conclude, this means the given velocity field satisfies the continuity equation. So if it satisfies the continuity equation, which means it is proved that this is a case of steady, possible, this is a case of possible, steady, incompressible fluid flow. Okay. Now we will move on to our second part. We need to find what is the velocity. Velocity at the point 2, 1, 3. So V is given. So from V, we will substitute for X and Y. So we know V is equal to square root of U square plus V square plus W square. So in that equation, we will substitute X is equal to 2, Y is equal to 1 and Z is equal to 3. We will be getting the answer. Okay. So now, so it is given V is equal to X square Y into I vector plus Y square Z into J vector minus 2xyz plus yz square into k vector. So we know, see this is our u, this is our v and this is our z. And v is equal to square root of u square plus v square plus w square. So what we get is, and we need to find the velocity at 2, 1, 3. So this is equal to square root of, what is u? X square y the whole square plus y square z the whole square plus minus 2xyz minus yz square the whole square. So we will substitute the values. For x it is 2, right? So 2 2s are 4. 4 into 1 the whole square plus y is 1. So 1 into 3, z is 3 the whole square plus minus x is 2. So 2 into 1 into 3. So 2 3s are 6, 6 3s are 18. So minus 18 minus y is 1. Z is 3. 3 3s are 9. So minus 9 the whole square. So what we get is, substitute, we get square root of 466 is equal to 21.587 units. So this is our velocity. Now we need to find acceleration. So we know acceleration is equal to, square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. Now we need to find what is ax, ay and az. So we know our ax is equal to, it is the acceleration in the acceleration in the x direction. So it is u into dou u by dou x plus v into dou u by dou y plus w into dou u by dou z plus dou u by dou t. Because it is a steady incompressible flow, dou u by dou t will be equal to 0 because it is a steady flow. In every equation, this dou u by dou t, that is local acceleration, becomes a 0. Okay, so we will have only these three components, that is these three, that is the convective acceleration components in our equations, ax, ay and az. So what we get is, now what is u? See, we have determined our u as x square y, right? U is x square y into, what is du by dx? So u is x square y. So we will write here u is equal to x square y, v is equal to y square z and w is equal to minus 2xyz plus yz square. So du by dx is equal to 2xy plus v is y square z into du by dy. So du by dy is x square plus w, that is w is 2xyz plus yz square into dou u by dou z. There is no z term, so this becomes 0. So this term becomes 0, right? Now what we get is ax is equal to, we will substitute the value, x is 2. So 2 square 4, y is 1 into 2 2s are 4 plus y is 1, z is 3. So 3 into 2 square is 4. What we get is 16 plus 12. So we get 28 units. Ax is equal to 28 units. Similarly, we get ay is equal to, we know it is v into dou u by dou x, sorry, v into dou v by dou x plus, sorry, this is u into dou v by dou x plus v into dou v by dou y plus w into dou v by dou z plus dou u by dou t term is 0. So we get u is x square y into, see, v is y square z. So dou v by dou x, we don't have z term, so this becomes 0 plus v is y square z into dou v by dou y, that is 2y z plus w, that is minus 2xyz plus yz square into dou v by dou z is y square. Now we will substitute the values. So x is 2, 1, 3. So x is 2. 4 into 1 into 0. Okay. So this term becomes 0. This becomes 0. So y is 1, z is 3. 3 into 2 3s are 6. Minus 2 into x is 2. Y is 1, z is 3. Minus y is 1, z is 3. 3 square into y square, that is 1. We get 3 6 are 18 minus 12 . Is there any mistake? This is plus, right? Minus, we have taken it outside, so it is plus. So minus 12 minus 9, we get minus 3 units. Now we will determine what is A Z. So A Z is equal to u into dou w by dou x plus v into dou w by dou y plus w into dou w by dou z. So we get the value for u is x square y, right? So x square y into dou w by dou z. Sorry, this is dou x. So dou w by dou x, that is minus 2yz. Here we don't have x term, so this is 0. So it is minus 2yz plus v is y square z into dou w by dou y. So it is minus 2xz minus z square. Then plus w, that is minus 2xyz plus yz square into dou w by dou z. So we get dou w by dou z. So we get minus 2xy minus 2yz. So substituting the values, we get x is 2. So 2 square is 4, y is 1 into minus 2 into 3, we get 6 minus 6. Plus y is 1, z is 3. 3 into minus 2xy, that is minus 4, minus 3 square is 9, minus 2 into x is 2, right? So 2 into 3 plus y is 1, z square, 3 square, it is 9, multiplied by minus 2 into 2 minus 2 into 3. So substituting, we get AZ is equal to 105 units. So now our A is equal to square root of AX square plus AY square plus AZ square. We get square root of AX square is 28 square plus AY is 3. So minus 3 the whole square. AZ is 105 plus 105 the whole square. We get the value as 108.71 units. Now, we will move on to our next concept. So, next concept is velocity potential function and stream function. So, first of all, let us see what is velocity potential function. So, velocity potential function, it is represented by pi. This is very, very important. Velocity potential function represented by pi and stream function represented by psi. Okay, now, so this velocity potential function is defined as a scalar function of space and time. So this velocity potential is a scalar function. Stream function is also a scalar function. It do not have any direction. Okay, the velocity, this function, this pi is a scalar function in space and time. Space means, you know, in x, y and z. Time means t. So it is a scalar function of space, time and c. That means pi is a function of x, y, z, t. That is the meaning of that. Okay. So scalar function of space and time such that its negative derivative with respect to any direction. So negative derivative, that means dou pi by dou x with respect to any direction. That means minus dou pi by dou x minus dou pi by dou y minus dou pi by dou z. That is the meaning of that. Okay, so it is defined as a scalar function of space and time such that its negative derivative with respect to any direction. Negative derivative means minus dou pi with respect to any direction. So it is minus dou pi by dou x minus dou pi by dou y and minus dou pi by dou z. Gives the fluid velocity in that direction. So that will give the fluid velocity. Now we will see how. So velocity potential function is defined by pi and mathematically it is expressed as pi is equal to, it is a function of f of x, y, z for a steady flow. Such that, so how can we write this? Such that, so it is the negative derivative will give you its negative derivative, that is negative derivative of the potential function will give you the velocity components in that direction. So we know velocity component is u, v and z, right? U, v and w, u, v and w. So the negative components, that is minus of dou pi by dou x. The derivative of the negative component of velocity potential will give you the velocity in that direction. Okay. Similarly, minus dou pi by dou y will give you v and minus dou pi by dou z will give you w. Okay. So, what is u, v and w are the velocity components. We have already studied this, are the velocity components in x, y and z direction. So see, it is nothing but a scalar quantity. It is expressed by pi and its negative derivatives with respect to the direction will give you the velocity components in that direction. Okay. So that u is equal to minus dou pi by dou x. So pi is our velocity potential It's a negative derivative with respect to direction. That means negative derivative with respect to x direction will give you u. That is velocity in x direction. That is our u. Okay, I think it is clear for you. Now, okay, now we will see whether it satisfies the continuity equation or not. Okay, so we know the continuity equation is. So we know our continuity equation is dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. Now we will substitute this u, v and w in terms of our velocity potential. So we get dou by dou x of, so u is minus dou pi by dou x plus dou by dou y of minus dou pi by dou y plus dou by dou z of minus dou pi by dou z. That is equal to 0. So from which we get, see everywhere it is minus, so we can remove this minus. So what we get is dou square pi by dou x square plus dou square pi by dou y square plus dou square pi by dou z square is equal to 0. This equation is called Laplace equation. This equation is called, very, very important, Laplace equation. Okay. So, what does it mean? See this, that means your pi, that means your velocity potential satisfies the Laplace equation. So, if the velocity potential satisfies the Laplace equation, there is some case of a fluid flow. It is a case of a fluid flow. Okay. See, already we have seen for a continuity equation, if a flow satisfies a continuity equation, it is a state of steady incompressible flow. Now, if the velocity potential satisfies the Laplace equation, that means the velocity potential function satisfies Laplace equation, which implies it is a case of fluid flow. Okay. So, which implies this is a case of fluid flow. It can be any fluid flow, steady or unsteady, rotational or irrotational. It is a case of fluid flow. Now we will see this properties of a fluid in properties of potential function in terms of the rotational components. We have to substitute this pi in the rotational components. Rotational components are, see, while studying the types of fluid flow, we saw what are the rotational components. Okay, so our next concept is properties of potential function. We check 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so properties of potential function. So we know, see, already we have studied in our types of a fluid flow, what are the rotational components. So our rotational components are omega z, omega x and omega y. So rotational components are represented by W, right, or omega. So this omega z, our rotational component omega z will be given as half of dou v by dou x minus dou u by dou y. Listen, that means it is half of v is the, see, rotational component. Rotation means when fluid flow, it will rotate along its component, along its axis. It will be rotating. Your fluid, when the fluid is flowing, the fluid particle will rotate about its axis. So the rotation about z-axis will be equal to half of the velocity component in x direction minus velocity component in y direction. Okay. So half of the derivative of the velocity component in x direction minus half of the derivation of the velocity component in y direction. That is, v is the velocity component in y direction. U is the velocity component in x direction. So the derivation or the difference or the change of the velocity component with respect to the other direction. See, we have three directions, right? Three perpendicular direction. If this is z, this is x and this is y. See, if it is a rotational component, the rotation of the component with respect to z axis will be equal to, see here the flow velocity, the velocity component is u. Here the velocity component is v. So the rate of the change in u with respect to y is dou u by dou y. The change of v with respect to x is dou v by dou x. That is velocity component in y direction. What is the change of velocity component in y direction with respect to x direction? Okay. Similarly, omega y will be equal to half of y is y direction, right? Then next we will write the z direction. That is, it is dou z. So it is rate of change of u with respect to z minus dou w by dou x. So your velocity component in y direction will be is v. So v do not comes here. Here what comes is u and w. U and w, right? Similarly, omega x will be equal to half of, it is x, right? So next will be y minus z. So here in z direction, the velocity component is w. In y direction, the velocity component is v. Okay, now we will substitute the value of u, v and w in terms of pi, that is velocity potential. So what we get is omega z is equal to half of dou by dou x of what is v minus dou pi by dou y minus dou by dou y of what is u minus dou pi by dou x. So what we get is half of minus dou square pi by dou x dou y plus dou square pi by dou y dou x. Okay. So you can see omega z is equal to half of, first is minus, second becomes plus. So it is dou x dou y dou x. So dou x and dou y it is okay. So in the numerator it is dou square pi. So which means this is equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, your omega y becomes half of dou by dou z of u. U means minus dou pi by dou x minus dou by dou x of w. W means it is minus dou pi by dou z. So we get half of minus dou square pi by dou z dou x plus dou square pi by dou x dou z. So this is also equal to 0. Similarly, our omega x will be equal to half of dou by dou y of W. W is minus dou pi by dou z minus dou by dou z of V is minus dou pi by dou y. So that is equal to half of minus dou square pi by dou y dou z plus dou square pi by dou z dou y. So this is also equal to 0. So what we obtained is omega x is equal to 0, omega y is equal to 0 and omega z is equal to 0. That means all the rotational components are equal to 0. The rotational components in x, y and x, y and z direction is equal to 0. So if the rotational components is equal to 0, that means the flow is irrotational. So from this what can we conclude? See, all the rotational components omega x, omega y and omega z is equal to 0 when the velocity potential exists. See, this is equal to 0 when we have substituted the value for pi. When we have substituted the velocity components in terms of the potential function. That means if potential function exists, your flow is irrotational, which means our flow is irrotational. Okay, so from this what can we conclude? When the rotational components are 0, the flow is irrotational. So the properties of the potential functions are, if the velocity potential pi exists, the flow should be irrotational. The flow should be rotational, and if the velocity potential pi satisfies the Laplace equation, it represents the possible, steady, incompressible, irrotational flow. Okay, so if you have the the velocity potential function for a flow velocity, for a flow field, that means your flow is irrotational. It do not have any rotation. The flow is irrotational. Now we will move on to our next concept, that is called stream function. Important. See, these two comes together. Velocity potential and stream function comes together. So stream function is also similar to velocity potential. This is also a scalar function. Okay, the stream function is also defined as a scalar function of space and time such that its partial derivative with respect to any direction gives the velocity component at right angles to that direction. See, previous case velocity potential, it gives the velocity component in that direction. Here it gives the velocity component at right angles to that direction. So it is denoted by psi and it is defined only for two-dimensional flow. Now the velocity potential is defined for three-dimensional flow. Here stream function is defined only for two-dimensional flow. So mathematically for a steady flow, we can express this psi as a function of x and y because it is a two-dimensional flow, and dou psi by dou x is equal to, we saw it's a partial derivative with respect to any direction will give you the velocity component right angles to that direction. So dou psi by dou x will give you velocity component in y direction, that is v, and dou psi by dou y, velocity potential in y direction, will give you the velocity in x direction, right angles, so it is minus u. Okay, minus u, because see this is u and this is v. Dou psi with respect to x will give you v, and after that with respect to v it gives you u. That means the direction is changing, right? So that is why your sign is minus. Now similarly, see how we have derived our potential function. Same way we will go for this steady function also. So substituting the values for u and v in the continuity equation for two dimension. The continuity equation for the two dimension we know. It is dou v by dou x, sorry, dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y is equal to 0. This is our continuity equation from which we get dou by dou x of, what is u? It is minus dou psi by dou y plus dou by dou y of v, that is dou psi by dou x is equal to 0. So what we get is minus dou square psi by dou x dou y plus dou square pi by dou x dou y is equal to 0. That means it is satisfying the continuity equation. Okay, continuity equation is satisfied. So if continuity equation is satisfied, it is a possible case of steady incompressible flow. Okay, incompressible flow in 2 dimension. So now we have to find whether the flow is rotational or irrotational. For that we will consider the rotational components. So our rotational components we know omega z is equal to, our rotational component omega z is equal to half of here it comes dou x minus dou y. So here it is dou v, right? Dou v minus dou u. So substituting the values we get half of dou by dou x of, what is v? Dou psi by dou x minus dou by dou y of, what is u? Minus dou psi by dou y. So what we get is half of dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square. Okay, so what happens is, see here it is not equal to 0, right? So from this, what we can conclude is, what implies is the flow can be rotational or irrotational. Rotational or irrotational. Because it is not equal to 0. It can be equal to 0 or it cannot be equal to 0. And if the flow is rotational, for rotational flow, if the flow is rotational, omega z should be equal to 0, which implies dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square should be equal to 0 for rotational flow. So from these, what we can understand is, what we can conclude is, so the properties of stream function, right? Properties of stream function psi, what we can conclude is, if psi exists, if the stream function psi exists, it is a possible case of, it is a possible case of a fluid flow. And this can be rotational or irrotational. And number 2, if the psi satisfies the Laplace equation, it is a possible case of rotational flow. Sorry, possible case of irrotational flow. Okay. So what we have studied is, see, just to compare if pi exists, it is a steady flow and it is a rotational flow. So it satisfies the Laplace equation, it is a rotational flow. If there is velocity potential, then it is a case of irrotational flow. If a psi exists, it can be rotational or irrotational. If it is irrotational, it should satisfy the Laplace equation. That is what we have seen today. So to conclude, what we have seen today is, see, for the problems of acceleration and velocity, you have to see whether it satisfies the continuity equation dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. And if this is satisfies, it is a possible case of steady incompressible fluid flow. Then we saw the velocity potential. It is represented by pi. It is a function of x, y, z and t. So it is expressed for three-dimensional flow, and it is a scalar function. Its partial derivative with respect to the direction gives the velocity component in that direction. Then we took the rotational components, we have substituted, and we proved that if the velocity potential function exists, then the flow will be irrotational. Then we saw what is a psi. It is a function of x and y. It is expressed in two directions. It is a scalar function which can be expressed only in two-dimensional flow. And we saw that if the stream function psi exists, the flow can be rotational or irrotational. And if it is irrotational, it should satisfy the Laplace equation. So these things we have seen today. We have little more concept and the problems that we will see. This is our last concept actually. Okay. So we have some more things equating this equipotential function and stream function. That is, we have equipotential line of constant stream function, flow net, and the relationship between stream function and velocity potential function. And with that we will stop and we will have a few problems. I think we will complete our second module in the next class. Thank you for today.